What's up everyone? Welcome back to Ravenport. Today is a Sunday, so gonna have a bit of a chore day just to tidy up a few bits that still need doing. Technically in-game it is a Saturday, but it's a Sunday in real life, so just fancy a few little tidy up bits. Last session we completed our new field and got that planted with sunflowers. We've got this major field here, which is ready to harvest, and then our new field on the first growth stage. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that today. Potentially later on this afternoon, we may have to herbicide it to get rid of the weeds, and then if it reaches the next growing stage, we may also spread some solid fertilizer as well. But yeah, whilst we're waiting for that, we're going to keep ourselves busy getting some jobs done around here. So there's some tidying up of the bales and also some grass here, which has got a nice pile which we need to bale and wrap. We've noticed that the cows have gone a little bit low on their total mixed ration, so going to do one load full of TMR for them. And whilst we're up with the cows, I think we're going to be in a position where we can completely fill our milk tanker and take that for sale. I think when we sell our milk, we're going to take our Bura, and I'm going to buy a new smaller front loader, which will be better suited to that, I hope. And then once we've got that front loader, we might start getting the trailer ready with some wool and some onions again to take to the store next time. Yep, but whilst we're doing all of that, we'll be keeping an eye on our field 23 for what it needs. Cool, so bales and silage first. Jump in the class Axiom. So just 2 extra bales. That suits me. So we've got a nice pile of big bags of fertiliser here, which I've stacked up. Those are all the random spare fertiliser big bags that I had laying around the farm. As you can see, there's quite a few. It's when I've ditched fertiliser from the spreader to fill it with lime instead, and I always do that in random places and leave bags here, there and everywhere. So we definitely don't need to fill the spreader from the fertiliser dispensing point in the garage. Cool. So just going to move the bale trailer over to the BGA. Not going to load it yet. Might save that job for later. Okay, so those are the bales of grass collected, wrapped, and we've got our bale trailer full of them to process through the BGA at some point. But next, we're going to do some total mixed ration for the cows. So I'm going to take the burrer. I like the burrer for the smaller jobs of the farm, so the animals, doing any small running around. It's just a smaller tractor that suits some of the jobs that you need to get in and a little bit closer for. Cool, so we've hitched up our Mixwell 141, and it is a lizard, and is our small, relatively speaking, mixing wagon, the TMR. We don't need a huge one, just because we've only got 8 or 10 cows. So, yeah, that's all we need. I got our front loader, so I'm going to go back and pick that up. And then I'll have to grab the bale fork as well. Maybe while we're here we'll just fill up the menu. We might as well, seeing as we're here. Sunday is random job day. Okay, just filled up the manure while we were there in the manure spreader. That'd be good for when we next have to prepare a field. But we'll switch over to the bale forks, or bale spikes, and then we'll get the mixing wagon filled up. So, because it's just a small one, I only have to do one bale per type. So, done one too many there. Let's roll you back to storage, shall we? Cool. Yeah, so for our small little mixing wagon, we only need one of each. So one bale of silage, one bale of straw, and one bale of hay. Cool. So, get that loaded in the mixing wagon. Okay, so 3 bales of each. Sorry, 1 bale of each, 3 bales total to make our total mixed ration. So you'll see that it's only 85% full, the mixing wagon, but it's well within the green of the mixing ratio. So we'll turn on the mixer, although I did see it spinning without the tractor attached, so I'm not sure how it does that without the PTO spinning the mixer. But yeah, we'll turn on the mixer, go over to the cows and get that unloaded. Great stuff. So the cows did take all of it, which is good. And we are now up to very near full. So they must take about 34,000 litres. Yeah. Take a lot. But they need total mix ration to get up to 100% productivity. Just hay silage on their own, or grass would only have them sort of around 70 to 80%, or maybe even lower. I've never just fed them on those, so not sure. But we're going for 100% productivity as always. So we'll get this park back up. Then we shall pick up the milk trailer, or tanker I should say, and we're going to sell the milk wherever it's best. Cool. So we have filled it up. We have 1500 litres still in the cowshed, but we have a trailer full with 10,500 litres. This is quite a cool tanker, and I've got the equivalent tanker for water down here, which provides the necessary water for our greenhouses, for the onions. So, okay. So we'll take the trailer down to the main part of the farm. I'm going to drop off the front loader. Then I'm thinking we'll switch to the JCB to do the fast running for us. And then we'll try and use the JCB to buy our new sized front loader, a smaller one for the brewer. See how that works out. Park you there, and park you there. JCB. Okay, so milk. Where can we sell you for the best price? So, looking to be pork grain. Yeah, so they're about the same price. But I think the ranch is slightly closer, so we'll go to the ranch. Clump of grass there, which I can't collect because of the land boundary. And there's our dense forest that we planted. Planted it before I started recording. Forward to harvesting that at some stage. As you can tell, the JCB was the first main tractor I had on the farm. 72 hours runtime on it, and that's real hours, that's not game hours. See our sunflowers in the distance, ready to harvest. Interestingly, when I first bought the new field, there was a crop already in it, and it was sunflower, and I didn't realise that you harvest sunflower when they look brown and horrible. I thought you'd be harvesting them when they're still yellow. Whoop. You're going over the edge there. So yeah, when we first bought the new field, I thought, oh no, the sunflowers have been overdone. They've withered, but that's just how they go when they're ready for harvest. Okay, so the milk starts draining automatically. Just assumed this was the selling point, although it looks like a sort of grain storage because of the grate underneath. But I guess there are some pipes here. Maybe that's for pumping milk. There's another hitch here, so you could link up multiple trailers. Have a convoy. Also, £13,628. Pretty good. So we're going to head to the store next and see about getting the smaller front loader for the Bura. Train was close there. So I have kept the realistic steering mod. I started using it last session and finding it much better than the keyboard steering mod. Still getting used to it slightly. There's times when I'm going to turn and it's not quite giving me the turn I expect because it turns at a slower rate when you're going faster. But it's all getting used to. Looks much better than the steering wheel going to full lock straight away as soon as I press the steering keys. Yeah, at the stall. Front loader. Okay, so John Deere, which is greater than 90 horsepower. That's greater than 90. And then this is the one that we've currently got, which is greater than 150 horsepower. And the Bura does, well, the Bura is 160 odd horsepower, so it can run this front loader. It just looks a little bit too big. About the size of the one we've got compared to want. This one looks smaller. Again. I think that definitely is bigger. Tempted to go for the John Deere one. just forks and attachments. I'm going to go for the stole. I'm going to put it in JCB yellow. Then buy. Cool. Let's pick it up. Okay, I think that one is slightly smaller. Whether it's much smaller, I'm not sure. Or maybe I'm just imagining it entirely and it's going to be no different. Sure, looks right. Good to have two though. The JCB has got a front loader attachment, obviously, and so is the Bura, so handy having two, just in case to do two sorts of jobs in separate places at a similar time. Okay, so milk sold, front loader bought. I think it's time to do some stacking. So we'll do some wool first, I think. On our way back we drove past the new field. I thought it was at the first growth stage, but I soon realised that that was the other field that comes before it, and ours is still not ready yet. Let's just take a quick gander. Still the first growing stage, and still no weeds to clear. So we're good for now. Let's do some pallet loading. I think we'll do wool at the back because it's lighter, and then the onions, which are heavier, put towards the front. I think that's how you're supposed to do it in real life, so go. Okay, so we have loaded some pallets. Wool at the back, leaving a space here for when there's another wool pallet ready. And then some onions here at the front. And these onions get created pretty quickly. So you can see that's at 12% and then that one's at 25% already. They are very, very fast. So next time, yeah, we'll load up some more onions and then hopefully one more pallet of wool, and we can do a sell point run to get those sold. Yeah, I know in previous sessions I've sort of just hand loaded pallets. Now and again I'll do them manually. It's just how I feel really, depending. You know, it changes day on day. If I've got a lot to do, then just loading by hand, using the strength, just helps me get by. But then when there's not so much to do, it's a bit of a time filler to manually load using the front loader and the pallet fork or the bale spike. So yeah, also proves that I can do it. Maybe I shouldn't be so lazy. I'm not sure if I'll ever get to the level where I'm loading a whole field's worth of bales onto the bale loader, because I certainly wouldn't be able to stack as neat as that. Okay. Gonna see about just picking this up and moving forward slightly so it's out of the way. Probably move it back there next time. It's quite a handy little loading spot. But this can live here till it's full. Great stuff. Okay, so that's very good timing. The field number 23 with the sunflowers in now needs weeding. So let's go hop in the JCB, I think. Oh no, we're herbiciding, aren't we? So Bura is the perfect tractor for the job. Just going to switch plant growth to slow, just because I don't want it getting to growth stage 1. Oh sorry, growth stage 2 whilst I'm spraying. Definitely going to need to fill this up. Okay. So it has gone a growth stage as well. Yes, the second one now. So, with that in mind, I think I'm just going to nip back to the farm and see if I can get the Bura on the slimmer care tyres. Care tyres? Is that what they're called? which is just meant to lessen the destruction of the crops. I have got crop destruction off, so it's not something I'd normally worry too much about, but yes, just trying to improve as I go along. So let's repair first, get it serviced, and look at customizing. So narrow tyres, that's the word I was looking for. And to be honest, I think we'd keep this tractor on narrow tyres all the time, because it only ever does small around the farm jobs. It's never going to be pulling anything too crazy, so it won't need the wide tyres. Let's look at tyres though. Put it on the top horsepower already. Out front. Do look. They look with glitch a bit. Like they foul. So yeah, we'll just go for care tyres. 600. Ah, I think that looks quite good actually. I think some tractors... Oh, well, that would have de-hitched us. I think some tractors do look a bit ridiculous with narrow tyres on. You got this big beefy tractor and then these tiny little thin tyres. Looks like someone who goes to the gym and just trains their upper body and forgets leg day. But on the Bura, looks pretty equal. Okay, let's start over here, shall we? I'm thinking as I advance in the game, get a bit more experience and practice, I will start up in the hardness. I'll turn crop destruction on, and obviously plant growth will be right down to slow. And then I think on my next map I will definitely try and run precision farming and also seasons, because I think that will just be cool to experience, and it also makes it much more realistic. Yeah, for this map we're going for seeing as far as we can get in maybe less realistic mode, but more fun and less manual labour. But yeah, let's go. Get this field herbicided. There we go. All herbicided, weed free, and ready for us to fertilise now. So I'm going to pop the sprayer back in the farm and bring back the fertiliser spreader. Still got a bit of daylight, so a job we can ram in. One less job for tomorrow. I might see about giving the spreader some narrow tyres. Good to fill it up for next time. It's a handy little sprayer, that. It's not the widest, but I chose it out of the sprayer mods because the in-game ones are either those ones you pick up, lift off the ground and have on the back of the tractor, or they're the really expensive ones you pull along behind you, and that one just seemed to be a good size and price. Some of them are crazy expensive. But now we've got more fields, we may have to see about upscaling the size of that one. Okay, so let's get some narrow tyres on this, if it'll have it. No, not the tractor. No tyres, there we go. We've already got the additional 6 metre spreading unit. Extension. It's huge. Just the narrow tyres. Cool. So we're going to have to ditch the lime and we can fill it up with some of the fertiliser we got lying around. Floating big bag. I think some of them are less than 100%, so it's probably just I've got lots of bags that are like 20–30%. Right, 6,000 litres. I think that's gonna cover more than we need, but we don't want to have any trips back, so let's get to the field, spray the fertiliser, and then I think we're done for the day. Okay. So, that is us done for the day. Ooh, 7 o'clock finish on a Sunday. But it has been a productive day of different bits and bobs. Cool, so yeah, we've tidied up some of the grass and the silage bales. That's all there near the BGA, ready for processing next time. We did a total mix ration mix for the cows, which has got them all fully stocked again. We took the milk to the sell point and got our new front loader for the brewer, which, yeah, is really good. Filled some wool and onions on the lizard trailer for taking to the store next time. And luckily today we managed to get our sunflower field number 23, weeded with herbicide and also to its full fertilizing. So that won't need to be touched until it is ready. And when it is ready, we will have both this field, the main farm, which is the combination of 3 smaller fields, and then 23. Cool. So we shall leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, whether it be live or later on. If you've got any tips, advice, or anything you'd like me to do, feel free to leave a comment. And as always, any likes or subscribes are much appreciated. Whilst you're there, if you like Fortnite or Minecraft, you should check out my friend's channel. His name is Focus. His link is in the description. But yes, till next time, see you then. Bye bye.